In today's video, we're getting into some Detroit Lions rumors, trade rumors, after an Instagram like from David Montgomery from a fan post. And boy, it's spreading like wildfire, and especially after this season with the lack of the run game and usage of David Montgomery. So we're going to break that all down. But before we get into today's video, make sure you go ahead and have a great Christmas Eve. Spend time with the family. Let's get this thing started right now. Again, let's go ahead and jump into what has occurred, and this is what happened earlier on Tuesday morning. A post on social media highlighting his uniform in the Lions locker room went viral, with many speculating the veteran running back is unhappy. Then the 28-year-old liked a comment from a supporter, replied to one of his posts on Instagram. The supporter shared, "I love you, bro, but you should request a trade. The way they're treating you and glazing Gibbs is atrocious. Look what happens when we don't use you. We lose." Yep, that's going to start controversy. Boy, oh boy, and it sure did. And the media is going crazy in the posts everywhere, on Twitter, articles. Obviously, others are going to be making videos. We're going to be making about it. We're talking about it. And I'm going to break it all down. Is it David Montgomery's fault? Should the Lions trade him? What should the Lions do this offseason? The ramifications, draft a pick if they were to trade, what, all of that. So we're just going to break this whole damn thing down. But I have a reaction to when I heard this, and this was my reaction. Cheeks! Cheeks! I love David Montgomery, so this one sucks. What is your one-word reaction to this rumor in the comments right now? Give me your thoughts. What do I think the real problem is? It's not David Montgomery. I think the real problem is the interior of the offensive line. That's where David Montgomery gets his work in. The interior. You don't see him going on the edges. He's not fast enough. Guess who's also having problems on the interior? Jahmyr Gibbs in running the ball. That's where the real problem is. The offensive line, folks. You know, I don't think that he is out of production. I think he is fine. I think he's still got tread left in his tire. But I think that the interior of the offensive line is the problem. If the Lions fix that, I think David Montgomery would put up yards. But the problem for Dan Campbell and this coaching staff is he gets his stuff done in the middle of the offensive line. And right now, that's the problem. So it's hard you want to use David Montgomery when you know there's a good chance it's going to fail. Here's the current Lions running back room. Remember, we got rid of Craig Reynolds. So we got Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, Sione Vaki, and Jacob Sailors. Our running back room is pretty darn good. And do you want to break this up next year? Remember, he's still got a year left on his deal. What would a trade look like? What would the Lions have to do? Before I break it all down, a shout out to the sponsor of today's video. It's Christmas Eve, getting really close to Christmas. You still have an opportunity to get Christmas present for your loved ones, and you can get it by New Year's Eve. And I'm going to talk to you about Omaha Steaks. They're my go-to option. They're awesome. They're my favorite, and they're a great opportunity to get a present, and it'd be great for your holiday dinners. From effortless holiday hostings to unforgettable gifts, Omaha Steaks delivers the world's best steak experience. With Omaha Steaks, you know exactly what you're getting. USDA certified tender steaks, premium proteins, elegant sides, and decadent indulgent desserts. Shop this season's top gourmet gifts at omahasteaks.com. Plus, our listeners get an extra $35 off with promo code LIONS at checkout. Omaha Steaks offers unrivaled quality variety of every bite that is backed by their 100% guarantee. Every steak is perfectly aged to maximize tenderness and hand-cut by master butchers in America's heartland. Omaha Steaks delivers an exclusive lineup of USDA-certified tender steaks and their fan-favorite filet mignon that have achieved the distinction of USDA-certified very tender. So save big on gourmet gifts and more holiday favorites with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com for an extra $35 off. Use promo code LIONS at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details. That's omahasteaks.com, promo code LIONS. Link is going to be in the comment section and description of this video. Does he have trade value? Absolutely has trade value. David Montgomery here. He's going to be 29 next year. Okay. He's got almost 700 carries, 8 touchdowns, an average of 4.7. He's going to have value if the Lions were wanting to trade him, right? But here's the thing. If he wants to be traded, should you do it right by trading him? It's only $10 million. Another team easily could do that. You could see a team like the Chargers. They would love a David Montgomery. But I think for the Lions, you need to give all avenues first of not trading, right? Should the Lions trade David Montgomery? T for trade, P for pass. I think that they should talk to David Montgomery and ask him, hey, look, this is our plan with the offensive line. But if all that fails and he still wants out of Detroit, clearly you'd have to look at that point, right? So what could the Detroit Lions get for a David Montgomery? What could he bring the Lions this year? Well, I think the Lions don't have a third-round pick. So maybe they could do a pick swap where the Lions get a third and they give another team a fourth. That's one option. Or a fourth-round pick for David Montgomery. What's really appealing to teams about him is the fact his wage is really low. He's got still a lot of wear left on the tires. Remember, he was getting he's getting less touches. And first off, when he was with the Lions, he's getting half touches, and now he gets less touches. So it's not like he's beat up. He's a workhorse. He's a great mentor. He helped out, Sonic, and you seen him. They love each other, and they seen how great they work together. He's a great person on and off the field. He's funny, right? So there's a lot of appeal to Montgomery to other teams. But again, do you want to give that up? Do you want that to occur for next year? Remember, everyone thought, well, not everyone, but the office thought that Zylstra leaving would be a good thing. Trading Tim Patrick would be a good thing. Carlton Davis, not re-signing him. Some decisions of letting players go has been biting us as of late. It has been biting us. And knowing the fact, it has a lot to do with the interior of the offensive line. It's hard for me to say, yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of him, right? Let's just go, let's get rid of him because we can find somebody else. And they can. And by the way, I'm not opposed to that. Why do I say that? Why, Mike? Why would you say that? Well, to keep it a buck, the Lions have been good replacing running backs. We had DeAndre Swift. Got him with Jahmyr Gibbs. Everybody loved Jamal Williams. Then we got David Montgomery. So for me, I think that if they wanted to, there's plenty of backs in the draft that the Lions could get. And again, you could get probably a fourth-round pick for him or a pick swap. And I think the Lions could be successful getting that. And here's the thing. Here's my biggest thing. And I've seen everything King and other people talk about it. If Montgomery wants to be an every down back, and this is what he wants, and he knows the trajectory is not that, and he asks for a trade. If that's what he wants in his heart of hearts, I would say, because he's been such a good sport here, I would say, okay, you know what I'm saying? We'll try to accommodate you. But I would try my very best to try to convince him to stay. Because, yeah, we can save $5 million in cap space. And maybe we could get a younger running back. But, dang, man, he's still... You fix that interior, and I know he can go out there and miss those tackles like we're used to seeing, and bulldozing people and knocking people down like a pinball, and really being a good 1-2 punch, and get back to the Detroit Lions offense that we know and we can pound you in the face in the fourth quarter. We just haven't been able to do that because the offensive line this year. So it really all comes down to, in my opinion, how I would do it is what he wants, but I would do my best to keep him. I really, really would. I want to see Sonic and Knuckles one more year. Just give me one more year. And then we can let him go. But maybe I disagree, and then we draft the guy and end up being pretty good. So give me your thoughts. With that said, folks, adios.